Welcome. Tonight's webinar is on digital assessments. My name is Dr. Tammy Frame, and I'm the Chief Education Officer at eClass for Learning. Digital assessments is an important topic to me because I think it can really help change the climate of the classroom, and I think it's a big part of making student-centered classrooms. Tonight I'm going to share my toolbox of some of my favorite tools. I think that as we know, our students are very, very media savvy, and it's good to have a toolbox of a variety of assessment types that you can use so that you can change it up and switch it up and keep them engaged. So welcome. First of all, a lot of people are using Google Classroom, and Google Classroom is awesome because it has some, I would call them formative assessment pieces. I especially like the question where you can post a question and use it as an exit ticket and have people, like if you were in math, you could say, what's a quadrilateral, what would be a quadrilateral, and they could just write that in, and something like that, and then you can read what everybody wrote. So that's a quick formative one. Also, a lot of the assessments we'll be talking about have integration with Google Classroom, and so they can appear and be posted right into the classroom automatically, or the ones that don't yet have an integration, you often can get a link and post that into your stream for the class and push it out that way. Okay. One of the ones that I like that you see all over the place is Kahoot. And Kahoot provides a game-like experience. It's really fun, and students really like it a lot. There's now a team mode that can be a lot of fun too, so that's brand new. And there's one device per team. So I would definitely check that out if you're not familiar with Kahoot. Another one is Flip Quiz, and this is very similar to Kahoot. It's got a game-like feel. It's a lot like Jeopardy, and there are game show style boards for test reviews in classrooms. Now, the unpaid version does not total your score, but I think it doesn't hurt to have students practice some math skills and keep track of the score too. So, you can say, I'll take American Revolution for 200, please, and then it's sort of like a flashcard. There's a question, and then they can reveal and see if they got the answer right or not. So that can be a fun whole class activity to review. Quizzes is a lot of fun too. It's very game-like, so it has multiplayer games where it puts everybody's score and who is the top scorer in your room. It has avatars, leaderboards, themes, music, memes, and it integrates right with Google Classroom, so you can push it out with a touch of the button right into your classroom. Nearpod is one of my favorite. Let me just show this video quick, because I think this teacher talks about it and it's really helpful. Okay, so one of the things that I like in one-to-one environments is it allows you to control the sharing of content. And so they can't go ahead and until you push it, and then it pushes out to everybody's computer. That's why the teacher could sit in a circle, because they no longer needed the big screen at the front of the room. Everybody could have that pushed out to their device. They can get real-time formative reports. The teacher can see those. So the teacher view is different than the student view, and you can have embedded quiz questions, see how they did, and then address and inform your instruction or change it up right there. I absolutely love the draw tools. The draw tools allow you to get at a different way that students can demonstrate knowing. You can just have them free draw something, or you can upload a picture. So for example, he looked like he had a picture of a cell, and they could label it and write on it. You can share any student's response with the whole class, so everybody gets a thumbnail, and when you click on that one to share, then it's pushed out to everybody's device. This is another one that is integrated to Google Classroom. There are many features that are available for free. There are a few things that you can't get in Nearpod that you have to pay for. They also have some content that is available for free that you can do with your class. So I have been using that more and more, and that's one of my favorites. Okay, here's another one, Edpuzzle. If you're flipping your classroom, you will love Edpuzzle. So what it does is you can take any video that's on the web, YouTube, Vimeo, TeacherTube, doesn't matter. They also have a repository of videos that you can use, but you can find your own. You can, within it, you can bookmark and put little comments in there. You can also add formative assessment questions within the videos, and you can get reports. So you can see that the students are understanding the information that's being shown in the video. You can also require that they watch the whole video in order to get credit for it and go from start to finish. And again, that's linked to Google Classroom and has some nice analytics with it. Thinglink is a lot of fun. This one you can upload an image, and then students can annotate it, and they can add links and to other content if they want it. So it's a different kind of presenting knowledge. It's really good for vocabulary development. So again, you could put a picture of a cell, and maybe they have to go in and label it, and that would be a great way for them to show what they know. In the past, one of the big things that we would hear a lot at the Google conferences is about Flubaroo. And Flubaroo was a cool script that would grade Google Forms. Well, it got so popular that Google got wind of it and actually built a quiz feature into their Google Forms now. And so when you are in, I think I'll just demo this because it's easy, but it's important. So if I go to my drive, let's just do that. Oh, looks like I lost my Google Chrome. Let's go to Drive here. And go to Drive. Now, I could make a Google form by going to New, but to do a quiz, the easiest way is to go to this, I call them the waffle, and from here we want to find Forms. And then they have a template for a blank quiz, which is awesome. And the quiz now, you can add an answer key, and it has different question types, and then it will correct it for you. So that is way, way cool. All right, let me open up my digital assessments again because it crashed, and get back here. Okay, another interesting tool that came out about last summer is you can also use Poll Everywhere in your Google Slide presentations. And I have some directions on how to do that. It's kind of cool. And what happens is there are different question types. And here's one that I've done with another group. So I had, what is on your bucket list for this year? As the audience typed it in, and they can either go to the website that's on the top, or what they can do is they can just text it on their phone. Either one will work, okay? And so then it grows and you can see the webinar. So that's one question type. Here's another one I did that I believe, yeah, so what tools from today do you see yourself using in the classroom? And the bigger the word, the more people type that in. So that's a quick formative assessment for me, and it makes the presentation more interactive. Here's one that I did as a graph, and I asked them, who do you think will win the Super Bowl? Okay. There are some interactive tools now that came out about this summer too that allow you to make your slide presentations interactive, and participants can submit questions while you do your presentation. So that's kind of cool. And there's a plugin that you download. Another plugin for Google Docs, or an add-on I should say, is Orange Slice. And Orange Slice creates teacher rubrics that can be embedded in a Google Doc. So imagine doing an assignment for your students, adding the rubric on top, pushing it out through Google Classroom, and then everybody's going to have their own, and they can do their assignment on that Google Doc, turn it in, and then just by clicking, you can electronically grade that peer review rubric. So that's pretty cool. And then my last one is, I still believe strongly in kids having different ways of showing what they know. And Google Sites for Eportfolios is pretty cool. So that's another one that I would add. Okay, so I want to thank you for attending tonight. If you weren't able to come live, I will send you the archive, and hopefully this will add to your digital tool set.